When Emily texted, "Late dinner with clients, don't wait up," I almost believed her. Almost. It wasn't the first time she'd used that excuse. But lately those dinners had become more common, and something about them felt rehearsed. The odd thing was she never said who these clients were. Her company wasn't exactly known for late-night meetings. That night, I was sitting alone in the living room, her message still glowing on my phone screen, when I noticed something glinting on the side table. Cufflink. Not mine. It had the initial CB engraved on it. I didn't know any Chris personally. But the name triggered a faint memory, someone she'd once mentioned at work, supposedly just a colleague. That small piece of metal told a story words hadn't yet. My pulse quickened, but I didn't lash out, not this time. I'd learned that silence and patience reveal guilt faster than shouting ever could. So, I typed back one simple message: "Tell Chris I want my shirt back." Then I waited. For a while, nothing happened. Then I saw the typing bubble appear, disappear, then reappear, again like hesitation in digital form. My chest tightened. She wasn't confused. She wasn't denying it. The silence was her confession, louder than any words. Finally, her reply came through. "What shirt?" I almost laughed. That hollow, bitter kind of laugh that escapes when the lie is too weak to hold up. "The one he left behind," I replied. "The one that doesn't belong in our home." I watched as the message was marked read, but no answer came. Just stillness. I could picture her right then, frozen mid-dinner, phone in hand, eyes wide, realizing she'd been caught without me even having to say it outright. I didn't know every detail, but her reaction told me enough. Her silence had said it all. When she finally came home around midnight, her hair was a mess, eyes puffy, pretending like everything was normal. "Sorry it went late," she murmured, setting her bag down. I smiled faintly, almost kindly. "No worries," I said. "How was dinner with Chris?" She froze just for a second, but long enough. Her purse slipped from her hand and hit the floor. "What? I told you it was clients?" she stammered. "Emily," I said quietly, keeping my voice even. "Stop. I found his cufflink. And I remember you wearing my shirt last week, the same one I saw a man wearing outside your office." Her face went pale. She tried to speak, but her voice broke before the words could form. Finally, she whispered, "It's not what you think, and tell me what it is," I said. She sat down, shaking, covering her face as the tears came. "What just happened?" she sobbed. "I didn't plan it. He's been helping me with work, and things got close." That phrase, "it just happened," was the nail in the coffin. I'd heard it before from friends whose marriages had crumbled the same way. I didn't raise my voice. Sore slammed the door. I just looked at her and said, "You should have told me when you stopped being my wife." She stared at me, stunned. "Tom, please don't say that," but I wasn't angry anymore. The anger had burned out, leaving only clarity. I stood up, grabbed my jacket, and said, "You already said everything you needed to when you chose silence." As I walked toward the door, she called out, "Where are you going?" "To start a life where trust still means something," I said, and left without looking back. The next morning, my phone buzzed with a long message from her, full of apologies, explanations, promises. I read every word, then replied with just one line: "You had your chance to talk last night. You chose silence." Then I blocked her. The quiet she'd given me at dinner had been her confession. My calm words had been her verdict. And in that one silent night, she lost the voice she thought she'd always have in my life forever.